Hello everyone out there in Rumble, X, and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego. And today we're going to talk some more about And Just Like Crap, Season 3, Episode 8, which is called Happily Ever After. Happily Ever After. And yes, I'm on vacation right now. Obviously, this is not my penthouse. This is a hotel room, okay, where I took some time out to record a video. Thankfully this week not much happened. This was a very short episode. It was like 35 minutes long. Most of the episodes are 45 minutes long, so it was quicker for me to review it. Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi in this hotel just sucks, man. It's just so freaking slow. You know, I mean, it takes hours to upload a friggin' video here. And this is ridiculous, okay? Luckily, I'm going to stay in a different hotel tomorrow. But I think I can knock out the episode in this one take here, as long as I don't waste time, okay? So instead of you doing my usual 3 or 4 videos, or 5 or 6 videos to review one episode, I think I can do it in 2, because not much happened in this episode, okay? So let's get to it, all right? Because these videos take a long time, especially, you know, where I am right now. They just take a long time to upload onto YouTube. All right. So I'm Diego, for those of you who don't know, and I give you a straight man's point of view, whether you like it or not. Okay, a lot of you women that are watching this video right now are going to get offended, and if that's the case, I don't care. I'm going to tell you the honest God truth. I got nothing to gain by lying to you. Okay, I'm going to tell you what your husband ain't going to tell you, what your boyfriend ain't going to tell you, what your dad ain't going to. I'm going to tell you. Okay, because we need to know the truth here. Okay, I did this on Sex and the City. I already reviewed every single episode of Sex and the City. It's on this channel. If you don't believe me, every single episode. Okay, and I've also reviewed every single episode of this piece of crap show as well, and Just Like Crap. Okay, so I know what I'm talking about here. Okay, and I'm straight. I know, and I'm straight. I know someone needs to call Ripley right now and put me on the damn exhibit. Okay, a straight guy actually watched every episode of this crap. All right, but I did, and now I enjoyed Sex and the City. I thought it was fake as hell. It was not realistic. Oh, did that hurt your feelings, ladies? Boo hoo hoo, boo hoo hoo. I'm so sorry, ladies. Did that hurt your vagina that I said that? Okay, but it's true. Sex and the City was not realistic at all. Okay, it was fun. It was entertaining. It had some great characters. Samantha especially was a standout. I like the whole idea that all 4 women were 4 different aspects of Candace Bushnell's personality. I thought that was kind of cool. You know, I like the main character was the most neurotic one. Believe it or not, the one that was always worried, daydreaming, you know, anxious about everything was the main character. Whereas, you know, I thought that was kind of cool. You know, the men were not portrayed realistically. That's the biggest problem I had with Sex and the City. There's no real men on the show. Just like on this show, there's no real men on here. That's because gay guys and women don't know how to write real men, okay? Because they don't know what a real man is, okay? They don't. They have caricatures. They have parodies of what they think, or satirical representations of what they think a man is. But no real men actually show up on these shows. There's no man on Sex and the City, okay? Not a real one. Okay, there's no men on this show either. Okay, all the men that are supposedly heterosexual are all written as beta male soy boys. Most of them are bald. They have no self-esteem. They're always asking their wives or girlfriends to give them validation. Okay, and it's not just the husbands. Okay, it's guys like Aiden too. He's a pussy as well. Okay, even someone like Duncan Reeves, you know, Carrie's downstairs neighbor, even he's a pussy as well. He needs her validation. He doesn't feel good about writing his own version, his own biography of Margaret Thatcher without Carrie's opinion. He needs her opinion, or else he doesn't feel confident enough to write his own biography of her, despite the fact that he's written plenty of biographies that he's won a lot of awards for. He's a famous author. But no, he needs a woman's opinion, or else he's not going to feel good about his representation of Margaret Thatcher. Okay, just stupid shit like that just makes no sense at all. Okay, there's no men on this show, and that's the problem I have. If you're going to talk about heterosexual relationships, okay, you need to have heterosexual people in there. You need to have the man's point of view and the woman's point of view. You need both. Okay, Sex and the City and this piece of shit has never, ever, ever portrayed the man's point of view. Ever. The closest we ever got to that was Steve, okay, in season 2 when Steve just went off on Miranda for like a minute and a half or something, okay, about her divorcing him, okay, breaking his heart, blown up their 20+ year marriage, destroying the family. You know, she wanted him to move out of the house that he refurnished everything on there with his bare hands, and yeah, she told him to move out. Just that whole scene, that was beautiful, that was great, I loved it, okay, but that's the only representation of a man that we ever got on the show. Big, for the most part, was a man, but they killed him off in the first episode, so he doesn't count. Okay, and Carrie killed him in the first episode, so that doesn't count. All right, there's no men on this show. Okay, I mean, look at Lily. Lily, okay, the Asian girl that was adopted by Charlotte and Harry. Okay, look at her. She's in love with a freaking with a gay guy. Okay, she's in love with a queer. Okay, that's their idea of a typical heterosexual relationship on this show. Okay, their other daughter clearly is a communist, pinko communist fucking trans thing. Okay, Miranda falls in love with trans things, and yes, I consider Joy a trans thing because she don't look like a fucking girl. All right, she looks like a dog. Okay, maybe it's a species thing. Okay, and then again, so does Miranda. So what does it matter? And they're trying to play Miranda off as the sexy one on the show. She's disgusting. She looks like a fucking sausage about to burst out of her Studio 54 birthday party outfit. She looks disgusting. You know, Pennywise without the fucking makeup on, with her client, with the fucking balloons in her shit. You know, does someone order fun? You know, like, what the fuck is this? This is crap. And Seema, do I really need to go off on Seema again? That fucking pig, that disgusting, self-entitled pig, unemployed pig. Okay, that Seema, are you crazy? You think any man will find that fucking attractive? Okay, Seema's about as good looking as my asshole. All right, no high value guy is gonna date her. Okay, now realistically, it's not gonna happen. It's just not. And who the fuck has sex with their clothes on? How come it's only the men that get naked on the show? What the fuck's up with that? You know, they get more respect towards fucking Anthony and Giuseppe's relationship than they do to the heterosexual ones on the show. What the fuck is this bullshit? Anyway, let's actually talk about this episode, all right? Because obviously this show is a piece of crap. People just hate watching it now. As far as I know, the women that I know, the ones that watched Sex and the City back in the early 2000s like I did, okay? They're all older now, obviously, okay? They don't even watch this show. They just watch my reviews, okay? They don't even want to know what's going on here. I have a YouTuber friend named Megan Fox. You've probably seen her before. I've been on her show a couple of times. And she actually contacted me because she started watching the show. She started watching my videos. And she was a fan of Sex and the City back in the day as well. And she doesn't even watch it anymore. She just watches my videos. She doesn't even know what else going on in that show. Did you even know there was a... I mean, if you're watching this video, you know. But how many people even paid attention that season 3 came out? I mean... And I remember HBO, like some 30 years ago, like 27, 25 years ago, something like that. Sex and the City ruled. Okay, that and Sopranos. Those are the two shows on cable that just ruled. Everybody was talking. The guys were all talking about Sopranos. The women were all talking about Sex and the City. Okay, now no women are talking. I mean, this is all LGBTQ, Black Lives Matter crap. That's all there is on the show now. All right, moving right along. Let's actually talk about this episode, right? Let's get it in the shitter, all right? All right. So Lisa tells Herbert, okay, that she can't go to Charlotte's gallery opening tonight, another gallery opening tonight, okay, because she has a work thing. Now, work thing is code for she wants to cheat on her husband with her employee, Marion. Yes, his name's Marion, played by Makad Brooks, who plays, by the way, who's in the upcoming Mortal Kombat 2 movie. He plays Jax. For those of you video game lovers out there, he's the black guy with the cyborg arms, okay, you know, for Mortal Kombat. Yes. Okay, that guy is playing Lisa's love interest in the show. Some quality actors here. And for those of you who take offense to the statement I just made about him being a quality actor, before he was in Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat 2, which is coming out this fall, he played Jimmy Olsen on Supergirl. Yeah, he looks just like Jimmy Olsen, doesn't he? Just look at the Jimmy Olsen right now, the one that's in the Superman movie right now. Look at him. Okay, and then look at Makad Brooks. Okay, yeah, they're twins. Absolutely. Great casting they did there on Supergirl, wasn't it? That's the reason I watched every episode, because it was just the perfect amount of woke. No, I lied. I never watched that show. I only watched 2 fucking episodes, and it was a piece of shit, and I'm a comic book fan. All right, moving right along. So Lisa tells her that she can't go. It's a work thing. She doesn't say that she wants to cheat on her husband. She says that it's a work thing. She wants to go out on a date with this guy, her employee, Marion, despite the fact that we know that he's married. He's probably married to a dude. That's the way these shows go. All right, but it's a work thing, okay? So, you know, and I was thinking to myself, don't you love how when women cheat, okay, they use on the show, they use phrases like flirking. That's flirting and working at the same time. Flirking, work thing, work husband. These are all phrases that women use to justify cheating on their husbands or cheating on their boyfriends. Isn't that awesome? How about when men do it? Oh yeah, we don't do it, right? Yeah, we don't make words like that. We just fucking cheat. Yeah, you know why? Because it's what we're fucking doing. We're not pretending we're doing something else. You see what I mean? Yeah, no man ever says like it just happened. No man ever fucking says that. Right? Women say that. No man ever says that. All right. Okay, when a partner says they want to try and open a relationship, it's always the woman that says that. No man ever says like, sweetheart, I think we should try and open a relationship. No man ever fucking says that. Okay, no man ever fucking says that. This is a load of shit. Okay, this is once again, no accountability. How the fuck are women supposed to be accountable in real life? Okay, when they're not even accountable on the fucking on the fictional TV shows that they watch. You know, like what the fuck is this? These are supposed to be women in their 60s. They're supposed to have their shit together by now. Okay, yet they're all acting like they're fucking 22 years old. You know, what the fuck? Just got out of college. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Okay, they have no fucking maturity. Oh, they got money, but they got no emotional maturity to go with it. These are all immature fucking pieces of shit. Okay, they're old age adolescents is what they are. Okay, all right, moving right along. So Lisa says like, I'm not choosing work over you. Don't say that. Now, of course, she's yelling at her husband because she wants to cheat on him. So that's why she has to yell at him, because she's mad that he, even though he didn't say anything, that he would accuse her of not wanting to be with him and wanting to be with the other guy instead, despite the fact he doesn't know about the other guy, but she's mad at him. Right, see, it makes sense. See, that's the logic on this show. All right, and her, soy boy, limp dick, soy boy, beta male provider husband says like, I wasn't talking about me, sweetheart. I was talking about Charlotte. How could you ditch Charlotte's gallery opening for a work thing? And then what does she do when she realizes that it's okay to insult men, but now she just realized that he's saying, no, you're insulting another woman. Now she's like, oh, well, don't make me feel bad about it. Who the hell are you to make me feel bad about that? Huh? It's a work thing. I have to do it. So either way, it's going to be his fault. See what I mean? Either way, he's going to get yelled at. So there's no way around that, okay? That's the piece of shit he's married to. Actually, they're both married. They're both pieces of shit, in my opinion. No real man would ever act like fucking Herb. All right, so anyway, that's going on here. Then there's some side plot about a pink seltzer that I guess she was supposed to buy some pink seltzer for her daughter. Who gives a shit? All right, next scene, Aiden asks Carrie to invite Duncan to dinner. Yeah, he wants to know who this limey is that Carrie's been riding during brunch. So now Aiden's gonna jump. We already established last episode that Aiden already cheated on her with his ex-wife, but now he's worried that she might be fucking around him. Well, you know what? It ain't your first time, Aiden. How come you weren't this jealous when she was fucking around with you with Big? When she was fucking Big behind your back, like what, 27 times? You were never this jealous. You're over here giving her bubble baths and shit, putting rose petals in the bath. Remember that? You're doing all these nice things for her. Remember that? Okay, the whole time she was getting filled out by Big. Okay, behind your back while he was married as well. Remember that? Okay, you weren't that jealous back then, but now you're jealous. What the fuck? When did that happen? When did that start fucking happening? Anyway, and of course she's gonna play that. Why are you so jealous and insecure? You should be trusting me. Okay, and by the way, I never believed the whole idea about him fucking his ex-wife. Okay, they got divorced for a fucking reason. Okay, you cannot fucking tell me they were upset about their son Wyatt having to go to fucking retard camp. Okay, they were so upset about that they fucking had sex to comfort themselves. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, I can understand Kathy having sex with Aiden because we've met Kathy's boyfriend already, Bob, pink fucking shirt wearing Bob who likes to fucking run like this. That Bob, okay, who likes to sit in the corner fucking drinking his fucking martinis and watching gay porn on his phone. That Bob, I understand why she cheated on him, but I don't understand why Aiden slept with Kathy, okay? And when he's already got Carrie. This is a load of fucking shit. Okay, it's not believable at all. All right? If he's still fucking his ex-wife, why the fuck did he divorce her? Okay, the only reason he divorced her on the show was so that he could hook up with Carrie. That's the only reason. There's no plausible reason why they divorced. They never give an excuse. All right? So that's going on here. Okay, when Aiden asked Carrie to invite Duncan to dinner just to be neighborly, and she says it ain't that kind of neighborhood. All right, now she's acting all moralistic and shit. Like, how dare you accuse me of cheating? Well, because you've done it before. You've done it before, you fucking bitch. That's why. With him. Now, realistically, no man with any sort of self-respect would ever fucking take a woman back like Carrie. But for some dumbass reason, he did. Why? Because the show's written by fucking gay guys. That's why he did. Okay, so that's going on here. Okay, He doesn't know Duncan. He met him once, but they didn't really talk. Okay, so Carrie says, like, I don't even know him. Okay, we just talk about work. No Mr. Rogers neighborhood needed here. Okay, so she dropped Mr. Rogers here. Okay, Aiden doesn't believe her. Well, why should he? Since when the hell fuck has Carrie ever fucking told you the truth about anything? All right. Anyway, next scene, they're at a restaurant. Okay, it's Adam and Seema are at this nice restaurant. Of course, Adam's gonna pay, despite the fact that he's a gardener and she's a fucking high-powered fucking real estate person. All right, so so Adam and Seema watch a young woman. They're at a restaurant and they look over and there's a woman sitting by herself at a booth and she's applying fucking deodorant in front of everybody. Okay, and they start laughing. Now they've been laughing after sex. Okay, they've already been laughing their ass off like they're at the fucking improv or some shit. After sex, they like to laugh. Okay. What are they laughing about? Seema's ugly body or his little dick? Which is more funnier? I don't get it, okay? But they start laughing again as if they just finished having sex, okay? And Adam admits that he doesn't use deodorant, okay? Because that's something we need to know. He does not use deodorant, okay? He believes in rock crystals, okay? Because they're all natural. They don't get to a woke speech about the environment, how they're all natural, they're not animal tested, they don't have aluminum picolinate in there, all that kind of woke fucking bullshit, because of course he's woke. Of course he is. He should say that on his t-shirt. I'm a woke bastard. Anyway, I don't wear deodorant. That should be his t-shirt. I don't wear deodorant. And Seema says, like, I cannot be with someone who tells me shit like that. Okay, so Seema's disgusted that he fucking used deodorant, okay? He's not disgusted that she's a chain-smoking alcoholic who's 50 fucking pounds overweight, 60 fucking years old, and unemployed. No, and ugly to boot. Okay, no, that's not disgusting. What's disgusting, okay, for her is that he doesn't wear deodorant. Okay? I cannot be with someone who tells me shit like that. Well, bitch, you're not fucking with him. Okay? I know it's going to hurt your feelings, okay, but just because you fucked a guy does not mean that you're his girlfriend. Okay? It does not mean that you're his girlfriend. All right? So where the fuck are you? Where is this? I can't be with somebody. What the fuck? You've already been with him. Okay? You pull that card anymore. Okay? He's not trying to fuck you. He's already fucked you. Okay? You're not with him. Okay? Until he asks you to be his fucking girlfriend, you're not his fucking girlfriend. You're not with him. Okay? Anyway, you should be lucky he's fucking paying the fucking check here. All right? So Adam says, like, but how did I smell? Huh? Last night I was all up in your armpit. Well, they weren't my erection. And I could taste the aluminum zirconium. But that's your thing. Okay, so he's talking about how he could taste the aluminum zirconium in her fucking deodorant. Oh my God. And she was like, yes, it is my thing. I die without it. It's not complicated. I have a little travel size in my purse right now of it, okay? Okay, then we find out when the check comes, of course, he pays for it, right? Because she's such a boss bitch that she needs a man to pay the fucking bill for her. Why is it it's always equality until the fucking bill arrives, okay? How come it's always got to be about equality until the fucking check arrives, right? Now, I'm not saying all women are like this. I've been on plenty of dates. In fact, recently, okay, I was asked out on a date at a very, very fancy steakhouse, okay, in the city where I live, not where I am right now, okay? And she paid for it. That's right. She asked me out and she paid for it. So I do know that women do this, okay? I do know that women do this, okay? And I think that's cool because it hardly ever happens to me, okay? Hardly ever does a woman ask me out and then pay for the date, especially at a nice fucking expensive fucking restaurant, But she did. And I was very grateful for that. Okay. That's cool, okay? But obviously Seema's not one of those women. All right. So we find out that Adam's last name is Karma. Get it? His last name is Karma, Adam Karma, right? Okay, you get it? She's Hindu, all that, you get it? Okay, yeah, who gives a shit, right? So for her, that's a sign that she's supposed to be with him. This is a load of shit. Anyway, okay, no, it's not. You know what it means, okay? It means that he's fucking mentally retarded, okay? Or he's got permanent beer goggles. The alcohol hasn't worn off yet. That's what it fucking means, Seema. All right, next scene, at the gallery, all we see is a naked-ass woman. Okay, we see her ass, okay, passed out on a floor mattress, listening to Like a Virgin's playing on the speakers. Now, this is the gallery where Charlotte works at, making her $30 grand a year, working with some fucking, some butt ugly Zoomers, You know, 2 skinny ones and a big fat one. Okay, this is her job. It's so fucking important to her that she gave her husband Harry an ultimatum last night about, I'm going back to work and you better just fucking approve it. Like that, okay? Even though it's his job that pays for fucking everything in that house that they live in, or that apartment that they live in, okay? Anyway, Seema is looking at this woman's ass who's on this, you know, disgusting mattress, okay? There's condoms, there's soiled condoms on the mattress with her. There's a bag of Cheetos. There's fucking bottles of liquor and shit. There's underwear, soiled underwear and socks all over the fucking, it's supposed to look like your typical fucking chick's fucking apartment, right? Anyway, Seema says, like, this would be my life without deodorant. And Aiden says, like, hey, I rock a classic speed stick myself. And then Adam says, like, yeah, you know, I thought I smelled my 7th grade JV coach here. Like that, okay? You know, and Seema says, like, you're digging in a garden all day, okay? You're supposed to smell like funk. Well, yeah, I bring the funk. I'm from the business world. I'm supposed to smell like not human. She's like, yes, that's right, not human. Well, you're not human, you're a fucking pig. Okay, you smell like shit. Okay, Aiden asked Adam and Seema, he asked both of them, what Duncan is like. What's Duncan like? You know that guy living downstairs from Carrie? You know, what's he, have you met him? What's he like? And Adam's like, he's a meanie. Now, why is it? Because Duncan was always upset that Adam was working in the garden and making noise while he's trying to, I don't know, sleep, jerk off to gay porn. I don't fucking know what he was doing, okay? Sometimes he's awake during the day, and sometimes he's trying to sleep during the day. His body double tries to sleep during the day, but he's awake during the day. And apparently he's supposed to be writing at night, but who fucking knows? All right? So that's going on here. And, of course, Seema's like, yeah, he's a meanie. Like that, too. Like, she doesn't say shit about him either. Okay, none of these people really respect Aiden. Okay, no, I got no problem with that because I don't respect him either. He quit being a man like in season 3 of Sex and the City. All right, so Charlotte explains that this whole bullshit performance art show is about happiness to Miranda and Carrie. Okay, and it's crap. Okay, this performance art show they're doing is nothing but exploitative crap. Okay, it's pretentious. It means nothing. Okay, if you're trying to get a meaning out of this fucking performance of the naked woman laying on a fucking a cum stained fucking mattress like that, you're not getting anything out of it. Okay, you're not getting anything that you're fucking not getting out of fucking dating some fucking club chick in Brooklyn's fucking going to her fucking studio apartment. It's the same exact fucking shit. There's no performance art involved. And I know, and I went to fucking art school. Okay, I went to the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. I went there and I saw 4D fucking performance art all fucking day long. I've had enough of it. Okay, there's nothing here. There's no meaning here. There's nothing about happiness here or Lena Dunham or any of that fucking bullshit, okay? This is just about fucking not fucking cleaning your fucking apartment. That's what this fucking performance art show is all about. Next scene. Miranda explains to them that maybe she's not an alcoholic. Because remember, she got sober by reading the feminist book on how to get sober. Remember that? Remember that book? That's the book she read. She didn't go to AA. She didn't take a 12-step program. She didn't go into rehab. Nothing like that fucking. She read a fucking feminist book that she got at the lesbian bookstore, okay? On how to fucking quit drinking by herself, by being a boss bitch. Okay, that's how she quit drinking. So maybe she's not a fucking alcoholic after all. Because Joy, her butt ugly dog girlfriend, okay, left her a bottle of gin in her apartment, okay? So maybe she's not alcoholic. Maybe she's just alcoholish. Like it's a temporary thing, okay? Miranda says, like, I think I started drinking too much because I was unhappy in my marriage and my career. Okay, the marriage or career that she spent decades trying to get. All of a sudden she realized she's unhappy with it, okay? Okay, I was questioning my sexuality. Get the fuck out of here, okay? You went from being straight to being gay like that. Okay, there's no questioning your sexuality, okay? It was like that. Okay, one minute you hated having sex with your husband, the next minute you were a fucking lesbo. Okay, it happened just like fucking that. There was no progression. There was no having an affair with a woman or wondering about it. Okay, they already did the fucking "Am I Gay" episode in season 1 of Sex and the City, where she established that she was not gay, despite the fact that she looked like a fucking lesbo. Okay, so this is all a load of fucking bullshit. The only reason that Miranda's gay in the show is because Cynthia Nixon's gay in real life. Okay, look at her fucking wife right now. Okay, or now wife in quotations. Okay, she looks like fucking Titan from the goddamn Megamind movie. Okay, she's fucking disgusting piece of fucking shit. Anyway, so that's going on here. Okay, Carrie says like, you're questioning. You mean you're questioning your alcoholism? like that. Miranda says that maybe I just overcorrected. Maybe I can occasionally enjoy a cocktail at the end of the day. You know, yes, she can enjoy a cocktail. So now she's rationalizing it. Okay, well, maybe she's not an alcoholic. Maybe she's just a dumb, fucking, insufferable piece of shit instead, okay? Maybe she needs to drink herself to death, all right? You know, it's not like she can fuck up her life anymore, okay? And Miranda says, like, joy, because everything's about joy. You notice how she's addicted to joy now? And I don't mean that fucking pun. No pun intended here. Okay, I mean this disgusting fucking transgender, lesbo, pale skin, long hair, limey, like fucking Joy. That's what she's addicted to now. Okay, she says, Joy and I are having such a great time. Telling her I'm an alcoholic would be a major buzzkill. You know, I'm having fun. Do I have to be defined by my darkest chapter? In other words, no accountability. That's what women say when they don't want to be held accountable for anything they've done. It's like if you're a fucking porn star, okay, and you got filled out like an application, okay, by nothing but dark meat for fucking 6 years, okay, and your face is all over the fucking Pornhub, and then all of a sudden you meet a guy and has a great date and you fall in love with him, then all of a sudden one of his buddies shows you your porn, he tells you, hey, you know what, I don't think I can be with a woman like you. What? Why are you judging me by my past? Why do I have to be defined by the darkest chapter of my life? Okay, because your life is nothing but darker chapters, baby. That's why. Now, obviously, I'm making that up. Okay, but you understand the point here? Okay? Okay, this show's never going to tell you this, but that's why you need a channel like me to tell. I'm a straight guy. I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? Ladies, I know this is going to piss you off, okay? But the more sexual partners you have, the less valuable you are. And that's the truth. And you know it's fucking true. You know why? Because you lie to your fucking boyfriends about how many people you've been with, okay? If your husband is, hey, dude, you're sitting here watching this with her right now, right? Okay, I guarantee you, she lied to you about how many guys she fucked. She lied to you about it, okay? Because she doesn't want you to fucking judge her. That's why, okay? Because you know goddamn well you would. Okay, and that's the truth. Okay, I know I hurt you. I'll probably just ruin a couple of marriages right now. Okay, and so, or some relationships right now just by saying, but it's fucking true. I know, I'm not saying it's fucking fair, ladies. I'm not saying it's fucking fair. It's not fucking fair. It's not fair that a guy who was born fucking wealthy automatically gets access to better pussy than a guy who's born poor. That's not fucking fair either, but that's the way it fucking is. Okay? That's just the way it fucking is. The fuck? Men and women are equal, but we're also different. That's the part the fucking feminists don't fucking understand. God damn. Anyway. So that's going on here. Okay, you know, she tells her it's not sexy. Miranda says, it's not sexy for me to admit to Joy that I'm an alcoholic. Well, you know what? You're not sexy either. Neither one of you are, okay? You might be sexy like to a fucking dog, but you're a dog. You know, anyway. You ever watch those pornos, okay, where I know it's illegal, okay, but my friend in the Marines had one, okay, and I watched it once. It was a woman having sex with a dog, man. Oh my God, that's what this reminds me of right now. Anyway, yeah, no, it was filmed like in Sweden or some shit. It wasn't even American. no sound. Okay, moving right along. Okay, Charlotte starts having a vertigo spell. When the fuck did she become Jimmy Stewart here? Okay, and when did this vertigo come? She said, I'm having a vertigo spell again. When the hell did she have it before? I don't ever remember her suffering from vertigo, ever. But now she's having vertigo. It's just, they just put that in there to have her do something crazy. Because you know how Charlotte is. She overacts. Kristen Davis loves to overact her character. Oh my God. Because she acts like she talks like a fucking kindergarten teacher. Okay, she's always been that way, even when she was younger and prettier. Okay, but she's like, oh my God. Like, she loves to fucking overact. Okay, and that's just another excuse for her to overact in this episode, like giving her vertigo spells. Okay, the gallery owner shows up. Okay, his name is Mark Caspian, Mark Casabian. Mark Casabian, whatever the fuck. Anyway, he's played by Victor Garber. You know who that is. Okay, Victor Garber is the fucking gay actor. He's been around a long time. I remember him in fucking, was it Godspell? Okay, that came out before I was born, but I've seen the musicals. It came out like in the early 70s, late 60s, like Hair, that kind of thing, you know, where he played Jesus with a Bob Ross afro and a Superman t-shirt and suspenders on. Okay, yes, that Victor Garber. You remember him? He played the guy that created the architect that created the shipbuilder that created the Titanic and the Titanic movie from 1997. That was him. And I remember him from Legends of Tomorrow. That was the superhero TV show, Legends of Tomorrow. He played a Firestorm. He played Professor Martin Stein, one half of Firestorm, the superhero Firestorm. So yes, he played a superhero. So that right there, I have respect for him, okay? But yes, Victor Garber, yes, he's openly gay. He was on a show called what the fuck, Alias, okay? That was with Jennifer. I never watched that show, but he was on that show. All right. Anyway, so he's there playing Mark Caspian. We saw him for one episode last season, okay? And he's straight. His character is straight. He's gay in real life, but his character is straight. Okay, Mark Caspian. Okay, he talks to Gia. Gia, that's Giuseppe's mom, Gia. She's there with Giuseppe, and he's talking to her about how he has to get his gallery on TikTok. Okay, like his whole gallery, his biggest galleries, he's trying to make it popular on TikTok because that's where all the customer base is. They're on TikTok. Okay, so that's going on here. Okay, Gia wants to buy art for Giuseppe, but he refuses. Okay, she wants to get him a loft too. Okay, so I'm going to get you a loft. I don't want you to live in that apartment anymore. And Giuseppe, Mr. Big Dick Gay Giuseppe is like, but Mama, I spend most of my time with my boyfriend Anthony. I don't need a loft. You know, she's like, but I want to get you a big picture. I'll get you a picture, you know, a painting, you know. And the whole time this is going on, Mark is trying to sell her artwork. You know, she's like, he says, your place is too small. He's like, well, I have medium-sized portraits. He's like, no, I want to get you a big space. I want to get you a big loft. My son, he's like, oh, I got large paintings too. I've got Hockney. I've got Andy Warhol. You name it, you know, that kind of thing. He's trying to sell her a fucking painting the whole time, you know. And of course, Gia does not like Anthony. Calls him small and old. He is small and old. Okay, but Giuseppe loves him. Supposedly, it's disgusting. Anyway, moving right along, Gia flirts with Mark. When she realized that her son's not going to give up dating Anthony and doesn't want her help getting a fucking loft, Gia decides to go off with Mark and starts flirting with him, okay? Once Anthony arrives, immediately after that, Giuseppe tells Anthony to invite Gia home and cook for him. Because he's like, well, your mother doesn't like me. I mean, what am I doing? Your mother doesn't like me. I want your mother to like me. And she's like, well, then, if you want her to like you, then you should do something with her. You should cook for her. That's right. I'm a wizard in the kitchen. That's right. Just you and her only. Okay, so I guess that's going to happen. Moving right along, Joy gives Miranda her champagne glass because she needs to go to the loo. Now, she needs to fucking take a piss or take a dump or whatever. Okay, so she gives Miranda her champagne glass. Now, this is a load of bullshit. Okay, they've already been hanging out at bars together. They've already gone on dates at bars. Okay, where fucking Miranda fucking orders a fucking a virgin daiquiri or some shit. Okay, where Joy gets fucked up. All right. Okay, so this is ridiculous. They're acting as if like Miranda has never ever held an alcoholic beverage in her hand. Okay, or has never been around alcohol. Okay, since she got sober. Bull fucking shit. She goes to fucking lesbo bars trying to pick up disgusting things like Rosie O'Donnell. Okay, sober no less. Okay. Where the show do you go to a bar sober and only drink sober drinks and still fucking end up with Rosie O'Donnell? This is fucking disgusting. Makes no fucking sense. All right, anyway. Oh, yeah, that's right. Fucking lesbians and gay guys wrote these episodes. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, ain't that right, Samantha Irby? Just look at Samantha Irby's face, the head writer for the show. That should tell you everything you need to know. Right there. Okay, so Joy gives Miranda her champagne while she goes to the bathroom. Miranda considers drinking it. Charlotte is sitting down in the middle of her vertigo spell. She looks up. She sees Miranda with the drink in her hand, like that, like she's about to fucking drink it, right? Okay, and Charlotte gets up screaming, "Don't do it!" Okay, and her vertigo causes her to collapse, and when she collapses, she falls right on the mattress with the naked model there. She falls right on top of her, or right next to her. Okay, she falls right on the cum-soaked condom that was there. Okay, there was a condom in there that's soaked with cum, that has cum inside of it. And of course, Charlotte falls right on top of that and gets a big dose of fucking AIDS-infested cum all over her fucking arm. Ain't that beautiful, right? Even the fucking naked model there is like, what the hell are you doing? You look like an idiot. Yeah. That actually happens, right? Okay, yeah, so she gets spooge all over her. Okay, the next scene, Marion and Lisa. Marion, yes, Mr. fucking NBA looking, 7'2", hung to his shoe. Her employee, Lisa's employee, her editor. Okay, they're at a black only theater. Okay, they only allow black people in there. Whites aren't allowed in this movie theater. Okay, and they're watching some Black History Month fucking documentary about how black people invented everything. Okay, and his knee accidentally touches her knee. And of course, she assumes that it was on purpose because she's got the hots for her pussy's all wet for him right now. Okay, so she thinks he did it on purpose. Okay, and so she decides she's like, oh my God. And she just gets up real quick. Okay, and she says, I'm married and my kids need seltzer. So she gets up and is about to leave, and of course he gets, well, where are you going? But after the movie is when you're going to meet the woman that's going to introduce you to Michelle Obama. And she's like, I'm married, and my kids need shelter. I gotta go. So she leaves. And of course, like whatever movie they're watching has fucking dialogue that I don't give a shit about. It's supposed to be like ironic to the scene. Anyway, it's all fucking stupid, okay? So she ends up leaving, okay? So she doesn't end up fucking him, at least not in this episode, all right? Next scene, she goes shopping, okay? Immediately, like emergency shopping with her cell phone. Who fucking shops while they're with their cell phone like this, like it's an emergency, okay? If it's an emergency, you'd be talking on the phone, or if it's an emergency, you'd be buying the shit that you need. You would not be doing both at the same time. Okay, so that's going on here, and I guess she's getting a shitload of seltzer. Who gives a shit? Okay, while talking to Charlotte on the phone. Meanwhile, Charlotte is hunched over like Quasimodo, stumbling into her apartment. Okay, you know, like that. Okay, which is a load of shit. Her kids would have been there to help her. This is not the first time she stumbled into her apartment like Quasimodo. Remember when she did that last season when she came back home drunk out of her fucking mind? Okay, yeah, okay, so she's done this before. So she's stumbling into her apartment, okay, like Quasimodo, okay, Marion calls and puts Terry Kirk on the phone. So Marion calls from the theater, I guess the movie's over now, and he calls Lisa, and he puts the woman Terry Kirk on the phone. Terry Kirk, of course, is the executive producer of the Obamas. Okay, she works for the Obamas, and she's like, hey, I just talked to Marion here, and he told me a lot about your project, and I just want to know what it's all about. That way you can impress me, because you're a strong, black, independent female. If you can impress me, I'm going to put Michelle Obama in your documentary. Like that, right? Of course, so that's going on here, and Lisa tells her about her 10-part documentary about black women lesbian trailblazers who made historic firsts and were the first ones to do it. Yeah, basically, that's what happens with that. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Okay, moving right along, Miranda is at home watching Buy Bingo again while she's working on her computer. Okay, Buy Bingo, that's that reality show. Okay, and by buy it means there's no guys there. Okay, it's all just women. Okay, hot young women. Okay, there's no men there, so I don't know why they call it buy. Okay, you never see the men talking about fucking themselves in the ass. Okay, it's always about the women talking about, oh, I fucked her even though she was with that dude. We never see that dude. It's just the women. Okay, get it? It's called Buy Bingo because it's lesbian, okay? No men allowed. All right, anyway, and that's why Miranda likes it, okay? So she gets turned on listening to Buy Bingo while she's working, and so she goes to her kitchen cupboard and reaches for the Salsatino milk chocolate macadamia chunk cookies. Yes, product placement. More product placement, okay? So if you want a fat ass like Miranda, you need to eat those See, this was proof that I don't eat this shit because I can't even pronounce it. Salsatino milk chocolate macadamia chunk cookies. Okay, she reaches for those. Okay, and what happens? Well, there's the gin bottle right above it. Okay, she listens to the Buy Bingo drama as she eats the cookies. Now she's done this before. She loves to stuff her face. Remember that time on Sex and the City where she ate this gigantic pizza-sized cookie all by herself? Remember that time that she was fucking feeding herself with food from the bottom of her trash can? Remember that? That's the kind of person Miranda is, just so you know. And that's back when she was straight. Okay, and she's only gotten better looking since then, right? Okay, anyway, so she listens to Buy Bingo drama as she eats the cookie. She's tempted to drink the gin. She actually grabs the gin. She pours herself a glass of gin. Okay, you know, and she considers drinking it, but then at the last moment, I wish she had drunk it, honestly. I wish she had. Okay, maybe she would have fucking turned into a better. Maybe she would have drank it and she would have turned straight. That would have been awesome, man. That would have been like something from In Living Color. Did you ever watch that show In Living Color? They had these two gay guys, black guys, David Allen Greer and Damon Wayans. Okay, it was Antoine Merriweather and Blaine Edwards. Okay, they're two gay guys, and then in one episode, Blaine gets knocked in the head. Okay, when he comes to, he's straight. He starts acting like a straight guy. That would be awesome if they did that. Okay, make Miranda straight again for just like a couple of episodes. That would be cool. That would be fucking cool because you know she would never do that. It's always okay on these shows for the straight person to go gay. That's fine, but you can never be a gay person and go straight. Because that goes against their religion. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, so she pours out the gin, and then she takes the bottle of gin and she throws it down her chute, her garbage chute in her building. Okay, yeah. So that ends that storyline. Okay, the next thing we see is Carrie works on her book. Okay, writing about some meaningless, stupid ass shit, and then she gets in bed with Aiden. That's the end of the episode, okay? All right, so that was it. That was it. 2 videos for 1 episode, all right? And I'm still on vacation, okay? But I'll be back shortly to continue my review, okay? When the next episode airs. Thank you very much for watching this long. See you soon on the next one. Bye.